The Bell Jar is the only novel written by poet Sylvia Plath. It is a semi autobiographical work, bringing to light her dark side of life. The novel sways between her depression and celebrated academic success. The title holds a beautiful metaphor of the bell jar as insanity and how it has kept the author in an airless jar away from people. Towards the end of the novel, the bell jar has been lifted, although the author muses that it might descend upon her any time and reclaim her. Our protagonist in this story is Esther Greenwood. She is a college student that has come to New York to work as a guest editor for a month in a New York magazine. There are 11 other girls selected like her, and all are hosted in a girls' hostel. The host takes them to lunches, gives them presents. It is supposed to be a carefree period, but our protagonist is sad. She's supposed to have the time of her life, but she's not. She has every reason to be happy, but she's not. Our protagonist and her friends experience food poisoning after a fancy buffet. Esther worries about what she'll do after college. She wonders if she should live a conventional life by marrying her college boyfriend, Buddy Willard, who is recovering from TB in a sanatorium. But after he confesses that he has cheated on her with a waitress, Esther realizes that he's a hypocrite and decides not to marry him. Esther returns to Boston after her 1 month internship at the magazine and realizes she has not been accepted to a writing class she had planned to take. So she has to spend the summer with her mother now. She makes a vague plan to write a novel, but that doesn't come to fruition. Instead, she finds herself incapacitated, unable to read, unable to write, and finally stops bathing as well. Her mother takes her to a psychiatrist, Dr. Gordon, who treats her with electric shock therapy. After this, Esther is worse off. She tries to slit her wrists but could only slit her calves. She tries to hang herself but the ceiling is low. She tries to drown herself but somehow finds herself floating on the water. Eventually, she hides in a crawl space after taking a large quantity of sleeping pills. She wakes up in the hospital with no permanent physical injuries and is shifted to a psych ward. Philomena, a successful and famous novelist, sponsors Esther's college scholarship and even pays for Esther to be transferred to a private hospital. Here, finally, Esther recovers through properly administered shock therapy, talk therapy, and insulin injections. She makes quick friends with Joanne, who is a girl from her town and college and had similar experiences as her. But one day, a seemingly improving Joanne hangs herself. Buddy visits her, and both now know that the relationship is over. Esther will leave the mental hospital to start her winter semester at college. She thinks she has been let out of the bell jar, but she's cautious, wondering if it will come back and encroach back the territory. There are other motives in this novel. At one point, the protagonist reads a story about a monk who meets his lover by a fig tree. She muses that she is also at a sort of fig tree, unable to decide which fig to take, which route to take in her life. Meanwhile, the fig is rotting and falling to the ground. When she is in New York, she reads headlines about the Rosenberg executions. She does not go into the politics of it, but this displays her general preoccupation with death. This is also displayed when she made a semi suicide attempt when she was skiing one day and falls off the cliff. This also foreshadows her later serious systematic attempts. The novel attributes Esther's mental illness to external factors. She lost her father when she was very young. She is not well off. Her crushing pressure to succeed haunts her, and her mother does not understand her. All the characters fan the flames, aggravating Esther's injury. The novel chronicles her breakdowns and the beginnings of her recovery. It was initially published under a pseudonym of Victoria Lucas. Thank you.